Hello, I am Mike Cogney of Dice, and this is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I recently found this on Good Old Games. It's one of the very first Source games. It came out at the same time as Half-Life 2, and I suspect was intended to demonstrate that the Source engine isn't just a Half-Life engine, it could do other things, and it's got a fairly good reputation. So this, I believe there were some bugs in the original. I believe these have been fixed in the Good Old Games version. And I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. I've not played this before. Right, so let's go. Let's go have a look and see what we find. The Wall of Darkness is a place where immortal monsters pull the strings of humanity. Violence and despair are common here. The world is bleak, but escape is an ever-present commodity. Perhaps. New game starts with creating a character. Would you like to answer your questions about the type of vampire I'd like to play and allow the game to create a character? Go direct to the character sheet, set your character's plan, attributes, and abilities yourself. Now, I've played Vampire the Masquerade, which is the role-playing game this is based on, so I could do number 2, but we're going to do number 1. I'll be a boy. While in club, you spot your ex-roommate who skipped out after taking your stuff, leaving with a stack of bills who looks dead drunk to you, going by the head, repeatedly back to bar. Call the cops. No option to say, "Oi, you, give me my money, you bugger." Punch in head, punch in face. You have been an auction for a macabre piece of art you just must have. You have the collector you want it, you've never been to, you've even been to his house. Do you get 3 drinks and persuade him? Wait till he leaves, find a spare key and steal it. Write an unflattering critique on the artist, get published, and just wait for your friend to try and unload it. Drinks and persuade. You were mugged last night. It wasn't life-threatening, but you want to take some measures to make sure that if it happens again, you aren't defenseless. Martial arts class. Start carrying a knife and conceal in your belt. The next person tries it, breathes through a hole in the neck. Buy a gun. The next walk, the mugger slide walk meals. Go for martial arts. You're in a convenience store looking through the beer freezer when all of a sudden a man walks in and pulls a gun on the cashier. Do you sneak up behind him, disarm him, and proceed to beat him senseless? Quietly make your way to the bathroom and lock yourself in. Now, obviously, I'm doing this for the character I'm planning to play, not me, because there isn't an option there for just wet yourself where you are, which would be the truth. So I'm going for 1, which is violence. Sleep, you're the red spot, waiting for your microwave burrito to heat up. There are 3 arcade games to waste some time on. Which one do you play? Oh, I'm looking forward to how this finishes up. The fighting game, I pull off a triple flash uppercut as a finish every time. That beat 'em up where you can pick up a bat and womp on hordes of generic thugs. That sniper game with a realistic gun controller. My personal preference would be number 3 because there was actually a game like that and it was really, really good fun. It had a big plastic gun and the actual display was in the sight. It was really, really cool. But I'm going to go for 2 for this character I'm playing. Go out to party hand to pick a fight with you all night and find the side for a punch. Do you clock in the mouth to wake it up? Pick an empty bottle smack over his head. I'm going to go for 1 because bottling someone seems good for me. The world's a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? Someone gets in my way, I kick your ass, that's why. Because I keep it a secret. You have no idea of the truth I've learned. I'm going to go for 2. Up to this point, this kind of character has been kind of violent and horrible and mean. But I quite like the idea of, throwing in a bit of a curve, saying secrets. I have been embraced by the Tremere clan. I was actually expecting to be Bruja. Tremere are practitioners and creations of the blood magic called thaumaturgy, not generally trusted by other clans. Tremeres are enshrouded in mystery and keep their motives hidden. Your vampire's attributes and abilities have now been determined and entered into its character sheet, which you'll see next. After 2 of your character sheet, you may make changes to the character or simply play as is. Right, so physical. After all the I'm violent, punchy punch, punch in face. I'm surprised my physical stats are so bad. These are your attributes and abilities which feats are derived from. Attributes are inherent character traits and broken into 3 categories: physical, social, mental. You really are playing the game here. This is the role-playing game. Abilities, things you learn are broken through characters, talent, skills, and knowledges. I'm really pants at everything. I'm definitely not even a starting PC in this. Brawl, dodge, firearms, computer, finance, scholarship. Wow, I'm like a 5-year-old. I know nothing. Bit of stamina, no social skills. Hello, I'm a vampire. I'm very clever. I'm dead sexy and mysterious, me. Oh. But I can see things, and I'm a bit clever. Members of the sinister Tremere clan are masters of vampiric sorcery. So his strongest attribute is mental. Woo! In which you have 2 points you can spend, which I've already spent. 1 in physical and no in social. Tremere gives you an advantage in your arcane knowledges, therefore have 3 points to spend, which apparently we've already spent. And you only have average abilities and talents and are weak in skills. So you, I'm an actual role-playing game character would be. I'd have many more points. So I presume I'm starting lower than a standard role-playing game character, so I can build myself up. Feats are the actions you perform in the game. Feats are derived from adding ability and ability. An example would be the feat of lockpicking, which is derived from the attribute of dexterity, the ability of security. Hovering your mouse pointer over a feat. Oh, I'm beginning to wish I'd when I set up this game, the settings for this game, I said don't put my cursor on the screen, but it looks like my cursor is actually important. Hovering your mouse pointer over a feat will highlight the attribute and ability which is dependent. So there you go. Member of the Tremere clan, blood sorcery. They're feared and mistrusted by the vampires, for the rituals and spells of these warlocks are as potent, if not more so, than any other vampiric power. Their disciplines are Auspex, or perception, dominate, mind control, and thaumaturgy, blood magic. Dominate. This is your humanity. 7 is norm, 10 is sentle. And the lower you go, the closer the beast you become. Also, lower your humanity, they'll have greater chance of frenzying. When a vampire goes into frenzy, it loses all control and attacks any and all things around him. Sexist. However, as you gain experience, you can spend experience points to increase your humanity and become a lovely person. I'm a lovely vampire. Lovely vampire. This is where your masquerade violations are displayed. The masquerade is a code by which many vampires unlive. Haha, funny. Anytime a vampire is seen doing a supernatural act by a mortal is considered a masquerade violation. That's why in the real world you don't see vampires around there, because they're all pretending not to be vampires. 5 chances each strike will have repercussions. If you commit 5 masquerade violations, you will be dealt with harshly. Because the other vampires go, wait, now people know about us and they will come and murder us. We are quite upset by this. And because it's your fault, we're going to be upset with you. This is where all information on all things you are hovering over is displayed. Okay, brilliant, thanks. The auto level on off is a toggle that allows you to decide whether you want the computer to allocate the experience points you learn in the game amongst attributes, abilities, and disciplines, or whether you wish to allocate them yourself. Reset stats, another toggle to clear out all your point allocations, start over, or return to the last setting. Cancel button that allows you to return to your last point in the game without changing your character sheet once you're satisfied. Click on the accept to play the game. So this is telling me, well, now I can look at my character sheet and go, ooh, unarmed combat. Strength and brawl for melee, strength and melee for fighting with weapons. So that's right, I've got ranged 3 because that's perception plus firearms. What? I'm assuming that range 3 means I roll 3 dice for it. Well, you're not rolling dice in this. Perception and firearms. I do have fire. I've got a point of firearms. Oh, and even the skill lights up. That's quite sweet. Oh. Lockpicking. I'm pants at it. What am I good at? I'm good at hacking. Hacker. Inspection. Research. Well, I'm just going to go with this character as is. I'm not going to change anything. Auto levels off. Reset set. Accept. We'll go with accept. Not named your character yet. Unnamed. What's a very vampirish name for a Tremere, eh? So I'm a mage. Magey McMageface? No, that would be probably bad. Vlad is a bit too traditional. Orlok is reasonably obscure. Max Shrek would be another. Alucard, obviously. Man, what would be good? Crowley. Crowley is a really obvious one for a mage, so I'm going to go with Crowley. That'll do. Accept. The embrace. The act of transforming a mortal into a vampire. So I'm not a vampire yet. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know if I'm going to be a vampire yet. Node graph habit. Okay, done. AI disabled. It's cutscene time. Ooh, kinky.
Show you something.
I want to show you something. Subtitles up in the top corner. Ooh! That was... Okay. In some games, you'd play for a little bit as a human and then be made into a vampire, but not this. You're just like, vampire. I want to show you something, and by something I mean my teeth. This guy had an unhealthy lifestyle. Ooh, time is moving forwards very quickly. Your eyebrow piercing is not making me like you. Neither is your shirt. Look at that shirt. Ooh! Ow! No! That was my career as a vampire over. Game over. Done.
My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening.
Bloody hell, that's a big lad.
It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken.
What?
As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring.
Oh no, she's
Many
being
of you
naughty.
have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However,
I'm an
the
illicit new
accused
vampire.
that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed,
What?
my permission was never sought at
Ah,
all.
right.
They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It
I'm
pains me to
sorry.
announce the sentence.
Weren't my
Yes.
idea.
Up to tonight, I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death.
No.
Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all.
No.
Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our
I'm no
society,
more adjudicated than a servant. Okay.
lest we endanger all of our blood.
Can I make...
Forgive
can
me.
I would like to
Let the penalty commence.
say some words about... oh, bloody hell. He's an anime fan. Buster Sword.
Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny.
I think I should be let
Without
go
a sire,
with a stern
most
warning.
children are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey.
Ooh.
Therefore, I have decided that this is bullshit!
Yes. Yes, it is. Can I have some remedial education? A pamphlet. Do you have a pamphlet? A video that I could watch, maybe?
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights.
Sweet.
Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings.
I would vote for
And
him.
I hope
I like him. I
their
like him a lot.
significance is not lost.
Subtitles are really out of whack with what's being said. This is one of the first games that had real serious facial animation, so it's not really aged that well. But good lord, what was she wearing? Not a lot. But it's not really aged
Your
terribly brilliant.
tragic. My apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive.
I was not informed of this at the time.
When someone,
I would have made a
anyone
different
breaks
decision.
these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society.
Fine.
Understand my predicament.
How about mine? I'm in a
Allowing you to
predicament.
live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior.
Oh, really?
So,
Excellent.
what I'm offering is not generosity,
Oh,
but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your side.
I was hoping for generosity, if I'm honest.
This is your trial.
Ooh.
You will be brought to Santa Monica. There, you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio.
This is a tutorial
He will
level.
provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency.
Some of the
Prove
best
it was more
clemency
than
I've
a
been seen, I
wasted
have to say.
gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do.
Don't come back until you've
Brilliant.
completed the tutorial level. Okay, got it. Not only do vampires hide from mortals, they hide from themselves as well, pretending they're not the horrors that they have truly become. Oh, okay, here we go. I've got a key ring. Sweet. And I've got light clothing. Nice. Use the mouse to ground. Use the WASD keys. Use a toggle view to switch between first and third person. I think I'll be in first person. No, go up out of that building. You can tell this is an old set. I think I'm going to set my mouse slightly too soon. Oh, hello.
What a scene, man. Hoo-wee. They just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes?
Yes. Show me those ropes. I want to know what the ropes look like. Yeah, one. What? Who are you?
I'm Jack.
Hello, Jack.
What's important is I'm offering help. You make
Thank
it
you.
back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
I could use the help.
All right. Why don't we, step out back here?
Now this is for rope showing, yes? I'll have one option here. I'll look around, this is now about theatre.
Rice is stuck in there, huh?
Yeah.
This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time.
Okay.
I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least. You know, could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
Drink? A drink of what? I do not know.
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here.
How dare you, sir? How very dare you?
Right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne.
I just had a drink.
What's your new fucking heroin, kid?
Oh, that was rude
Get
word.
ready, though, 'cause, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
That's good to know. What do I do?
Down around the corner there, I saw this human, or so we can't find his car.
What? What?
Alright. You go down there casually. You creep up on him. The barrels will fade.
Is there some vegetarian option I could try? Getting thrown into the deep end here.
You think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Won't you become a vampire?
Forget that comic book crap.
Yes.
It don't work
Forget that comic book crap. This is not a comic book, it's a video
Be
game.
sure though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to train them dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
Alright. Oh, alright. There you go. This is your blood pool. Blood is a fuel for your vampiric powers or disciplines. When your blood pool is low, you need to refill it. Humans are an abundant source of blood in most areas of the game. One's in the alley around the corner. Hey. Oh, I can jump quite high. Sure. But I can't jump over that wall. I like the way they just chucked you in. It's like, yeah, go grab the person and eat them. Feeding on humans fills your blood pool. Approach a victim plus the feed key. Default F when you're close. It's important that humans do not see you feed on other humans. Once you have been feeding a victim, you'll see this bar appear. It represents your victim's blood pool. You should stop feeding before you enter the blood pool and killing him. And press F to stop. Hello, human. Hello, fellow human, of which I am one. Yes, smoking bad for you. So is me eating you, which is what I'm doing right now. Num 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 num. Oh, you're delicious. Nummy 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 nummy. And I should probably stop at some point. Yes, like how about now? Now he's quite. He probably should have fallen over it. Wow! I have to tell you, mate, your car is in a sorry state. I don't think you're ever like you've lost your car keys. I don't think you're ever going to get it. Anyway, all right. Can you crouch? Can you crouch jump? Getting memories back to the original. Oh, my surrounding. I suspect, this being a tutorial level, I will not, under any circumstances, be able to get out of here until Jack over here lets me.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes.
I can
You're
give up
a
any
born-again
time.
predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
Hell yeah. I'm not going to choose one, but I really want to. I'm actually going to wrap this up here. I'm going to play this for a little bit and see what it's like. It's an old game, but it's a good one. It's apparently a very. I'm hearing very good things about it as an action RPG. Even though it's quite old, I do like the facial animation. It's obviously very primitive, but bearing in mind this was one of the very first games that did this, any kind of facial animation at all, certainly to this kind of degree. So it is a kind of interesting game in that respect. And I do quite like how very closely it is sticking to the original actual role-playing game of Vampire the Masquerade. So I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Come visit me at neildice.com. We're also on Facebook and on Twitter. And you can find links to those in the video description. And until next time. Oh, I need to come up with a thing now. Own the night? I don't know. I'll come up with a different one. Don't get caught, I think, given the Masquerade. Yeah, I'll think of something.